In April 2025, OpenAI pushed a surprise behavioral update to one of their most popular models. No announcement, no warning. Users just suddenly had to deal with an AI model producing wild and unexpected results. With the launch of GPT-5 in August, longtime OpenAI users became frustrated as their requests were automatically routed to cheaper, weaker variants. The lack of transparency and control made it difficult for users to get the results they wanted. This is the deal you sign up for when you build everything around one AI provider. Hi, I'm Tom from XRAY, the workflow company. In this video, I'm going to show you how the new Zapier SDK changes that. I built a simple agent that pulls together my email, calendar, and tasks into a personalized morning briefing. Today, I'll show you how that setup works, but more importantly, how to change to a different AI provider in under a minute using the Zapier SDK. Your data, your tools, your models, your rules. Let's get into it. What is the Zapier SDK? SDK stands for Software Development Kit. It allows you to easily access all of Zapier's integrations while using the authentication that's already stored in Zapier. So in other words, if you want to build your own application and connect it to one of the thousands of apps that are already connected to Zapier, you can do exactly that. Integrate it directly in your product. No need to handle API keys or credentials directly inside your app. It makes it extremely simple to swap out different tools or different AI providers. So in just a few lines of code, you can swap out Slack for Teams or OpenAI for Anthropic, all while access and permissions are hosted on Zapier. Now let's take a look at the simple agent I built with Claude Code's help. You can find it on GitHub if you want to follow along. It's a simple TypeScript app that relies primarily on the Zapier SDK. It queries Gmail, Google Calendar, and Airtable through Zapier. It uses specific accounts, which is referenced in the environment doc. In the environment file, I'm just adding the base ID and table ID. You don't see an Airtable API key. Same thing with Slack and Zapier connection email. With the SDK, we can easily access any app that's connected to Zapier, and the credentials can stay inside of Zapier instead of inside of our app. Inside of our Zapier TS file, we can see the actual function call. We're looking at the calendar, the Gmail, and the Airtable to actually extract this information. It's a simple API call that is console logging the different events, the messages, and the records found in each respective app. Again, no credentials passed here. This app takes all of that data retrieved from Gmail, Calendar, and Airtable and sends it into a dedicated AI prompt. It's handled with just a few lines of code, and this is the actual function right here. We're looking at it. A custom function pulls all this together, adds a dedicated prompt, which is in the index.ts file, you can see right here, taking the role of a chief of staff, trying to give you a brief morning summary, and then executes that prompt in just a few lines of code using a specified model, in this case GPT-4o Mini. It'll actually return and retrieve all that data, and this whole time it's using the Zapier SDK to send the AI response and then actually send it as a DM inside of Slack too. Note that this app authenticated Zapier through a CLI session in my terminal. If you're publishing your own web app and you want other users to use their Zapier accounts, you'll need to add Zapier OAuth embedded inside of your app. Zapier does make that easy. Let us know if you want us to make a tutorial about exactly that, but for now, you can see the link in the description. Let's give it a quick test run and see what happens. The console logs are running, telling me that everything is happening step by step. You can see ChatGPT is called GPT-4o Mini, and it's reading my 2 emails and 4 tasks. Here I can see the response, the actual brief, and now it's sending it to Slack. This is pretty good. But what if I wanted to switch to Anthropic or a different AI provider? The Zapier SDK makes switching out a different AI model a breeze. Now, of course, you could just prompt your cursor or your Claude Code to just make this switch for you. But for the sake of this video, I'm going to break it down step by step and actually show you the individual lines that we need to change. You don't need a brand new authentication. You just need to swap out a few key places where ChatGPT is mentioned instead of Anthropic. So let's do that now. The first thing you'll notice is that as we read this code, we're console logging the provider. So we want to change the provider to actually be accurate. In this case, we're going to say, instead of ChatGPT, it's going to be Anthropic Haiku 4.5. Then, when we come down to find connections, instead of the ChatGPT CLI, we're going to swap this out for the Anthropic CLI API. where it says ChatGPT here, Anthropic Claude, and then Conversations API gets switched to Create Message. The model is specific to Haiku 4.5. And the one last thing that needs to change is the way that Zapier wraps the response to actually send it into our application, in this case, and into Slack. So I'm just going to copy and paste this line here. You'll notice that it's structurally a little different, but it really does the same thing. And again, all of these changes would be a simple prompt for Cursor or Claude Code, but this should give you a sense of how many lines actually change. Now we're going to save this code and run it again in terminal to confirm that it works. npm start, and our morning brief begins. The Zapier SDK is consulted, the provider is selected as Anthropic, and we're sending this message to Slack. Awesome. That's it. All of that code was prepared ahead of time. Of course, we're making a tutorial here. But what if you don't know your app's key value pairs in the Zapier SDK, like what it's called, its special terminology? What if you don't know what the input fields are, or how responses are supposed to be structured? Honestly, it's still very easy. You just need to, 1, add the app to the Zapier app connections, 2, get the info you need about your app's API, and 3, update the code, just like we just did. So now I'm going to add a new app connection. I'm going to select Gemini and click Add Connection here. It takes me to a page where I need to just paste in an API key. I'll do that now. And now the Zapier SDK has the ability to access the Gemini API. Since Zapier is ultimately just connecting to each app's API, you could just look at Gemini's API docs to figure out what you need to do, or ask your preferred coding agent to do it for you. But you can also query the Zapier SDK CLI for quick answers. If you want to see a detailed walkthrough of how you would use the Zapier SDK CLI to get the answers about the app name and different actions that are available for your app, you can check out the blog. And that's at xray.tech/blog, and we have screenshots and all the things that you need to actually do this yourself. AI vendors are going to keep moving fast. They'll keep pushing silent updates, rerouting requests, and making decisions that affect your workflows and your products without warning. That's not going to stop. What you can control is how you build and how you remain independent among all the shifting changes. When your tools, your data, and your business logic live in a layer that no single provider owns, the model underneath becomes interchangeable. One vendor pulls the rug out, you swap them out. Nothing breaks. If you want to set this up today, go to the link on your screen now to try out the Zapier SDK for free. You'll find the same link in the description below. And if you'd like help building out your AI workflows, that's exactly what we do at XRAY. We're certified Zapier solutions partners with a perfect 5-star rating from our customers. Head to xray.tech to learn more and book a free 15-minute call. If this video helped you out, like and subscribe to the channel for more AI and automation updates every single week. You can also find me and my company XRAY by searching for XRAY Automation on nearly every social media platform. For now, I've got to go. So until next time, find your focus and stay in flow.